So after Cleveland, we went to Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we went to that steakhouse to do the lecture, which actually ended up being Barry Richardson's club.
That's right.
That he would go to.
Yeah, Barry Richardson's home club.
Which was pretty cool because I was teaching a routine using one of Barry Richardson's business card switches.
Yes.
He put out in Theater of the Mind too, which was pretty dope. And I was in the middle of teaching it whenever they were like, hey, Barry Richardson used to be a club member here. And I was like, oh, that's very, very cool.
It was very, very cool. And they were a really good group as well. And lots of enthusiastic learners, and I could tell there were some workers in there too, because they were definitely going to take that material and go and use it.
Yep.
Which is really cool to hear.
And then we went to the
with
Chinese
PJ.
place with PJ.
PJ Weber.
Oh, God.
PJ Weber's
guy.
got stories.
Yo, that guy,
He's
you
got
could just...
stories.
If you ever meet this guy, PJ, you don't have to say anything. He'll just start telling you a story. And guess what? It is definitely worth listening to.
Yes.
Every single one of his stories, I was like, at first I was like, yo, this guy just keeps talking. And then I'd listen to the end of the story and I'd be like, yo, that was the craziest shit I ever heard, man.
He pulls it down below his knees and he swings back and forth. No. He had reason to be proud. And the carpet matched the drapes.
That was another place where we heard a bunch of doctors tell us that this
Yes. Yep.
that this virus wasn't a big deal.
I had a doctor and a nurse tell me at the end of the lecture, be like, oh, this is so ridiculous, why is everybody, worried about this virus and stuff?
All the while, we got Clorox wipes and disinfectant all over the place. We're wiping all of our props down. We're
way back
VR helmet. We're telling people not even to put it on if they're at all worried. We're swabbing it down in between uses.
Way back in Cleveland is whenever we really started establishing that as a policy.
That's true. That's true. We did start doing that.
I had hand sanitizer up every single time that we were up there and had somebody come up and help us.
Yep.
And then when we did the VR thing, we always wiped them down with Clorox wipes and stuff like that.
So anyway, Grand Rapids happened, and we did all that. PJ Weber, shout out. And then we head down to Indianapolis.
All right, so this is a cool travel tip. I can't believe it took us this long to discover it. But we're on the road and we go back into a gas station with one of our coffee cups and say, hey, how much? And they say, well, that's the refill price. Oh my God, they have refill prices at gas stations, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, everywhere. Everywhere they sell coffee, there's a refill price pretty much. So get yourself one of these travel mugs and take it everywhere with you, especially if you're on a road trip. And if you're a magician, guess what? You can go into a hotel, maybe, ask nicely, they'll probably let you do it anyway. But if you show the person at the desk a magic trick, they'll probably let you refill that guy for free, any hotel you go into.
That's the back. So just take a look at it.
Okay.
All right, it's the one. I'll show him. Okay. It's not a joker, is it?
No.
It's the black part. Okay, I'll stop guessing. Here, I'm going to turn the cards face up and spread them out right here. Okay. All you have to do is find your card before I do.
Okay.
You have an advantage. Sarah. You have an advantage. Do you know what the advantage is?
I know what my card is.
What did you say?
I said I know what my card
That's
is.
exactly right. Game on. And time's up. I think I found it. Is that it?
No,
No. You know why?
because it's not in there.
It's not in there anymore. You know where it is?
I have no idea.
Under the box on the table down here. Look at that, right in front of your face. Isn't that cool? Flip that over.
That's
Is that
it.
the one?
That is it.
Here, check this out. The cool thing is, so this time here, I want you to hold your thumb out like this. And all you have to do is push it in for me. And that will mean that I can't do any sliding down. Push. Isn't that fun?
That was a lot of fun.
What do you think of that one, man?
That was pretty.
I like
That was
that
great.
All right, so take that with you. It's a good one. I know.
And we have this lecture in this lovely church.
It was a very peaceful place.
It was.
Actually, now that whenever I look back on it, I just imagine this beautiful church that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
The sun's coming through the windows and stuff.
Oh yeah, lots
too.
of windows in that room. Was
Yeah,
very
it was
open.
a very, very cool, like peaceful environment there.
Didn't feel churchy in that room. It just
Yeah.
felt nice.
Yeah, it just felt nice.
It just
there.
felt nice.
And once again, another great response from people. Like, there was people
Absolutely.
coming up. Yeah, there was some people coming up afterwards. Like, wow, we haven't had a great lecture like that with some of these stuff that I want to use, in a long time. And that was pretty cool.
It's really,
coming from
really
that.
great when you get that feedback. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, this is another place where people were cracking jokes about this virus.
Jokes. Yep. We're starting to get a lot more information about this coronavirus stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we start heading to our next lecture.
So we're outside of a subway in about an hour outside of Peoria, Illinois, and we got a call while we were eating from Phil Rasso, the president, I guess, of the Peoria Club, and he was expressing concerns about the current global epidemic, the
Concerns we share.
concerns that we share, and we've been trying to address along the way, but the panic and the news has gotten so bad that he decided to cancel the lecture, and so we had a couple of stops left along the way, and we phoned them up. Well, Denver sent me an email as well. They canceled, so we had a couple stops after that and called them up. We tend to share the concern. We're not so much worried about our own health, but the demographics of Magic clubs tend to be,
60 plus.
Yeah, 60 plus, older guys. And so, we don't want to even risk it at this point. Better safe than sorry. So, luckily there's a possibility of rescheduling, it looks like, sometime in the summer or maybe after whatever this is has peaked and we have a better idea of how to deal with it. But for right now, we are headed back
to Vegas.
to Vegas, 26 hours. And so,
Road trip. ends
road trip
now.
ends now. He was concerned about the virus, and we tend to agree. And so what we've done is, damn it.